welcome to CautionToons, and today we want to pose a more serious question. Do you think the situation that's going on with Diddy represents everything wrong with modern Hollywood today?
I say not everything, but it definitely play a huge part.
Yeah, I bring it up because, before all of this controversy happened, Caution, he was going to get a reality TV show by Hulu.
Oh, damn.
It was going to be called Diddy Plus 7. And it was going to be about him and his, presumably his kids, right?
Yeah.
I doubt that they were going to tell us about any of this current craziness they have going on.
I don't think so.
It was going to be produced by a lot of these big producers. And it's crazy to think that had this not happened, Caution, this is what we would have seen. We would have seen Diddy being this goofy dad, similar to Bill Cosby, a family man running around, and it would have worked.
Was they going to follow him around?
Yeah.
Every day,
yeah.
Every minute, every hour.
Caution, from my understanding, that they were already filming this. They were filming the reality TV show just when the news was starting to break on Diddy. They only stopped because I think it was Cassie.
Cassidy.
I think she had just started to launch her allegations against them.
Yeah.
But they were filming right up until that point.
Oh, damn.
Earlier,
I really want to see.
Yeah.
I really want that footage to drop.
And I guarantee you that they were filming Diddy around this period. You think they filmed those parties?
Hey.
Probably not.
Diddy was going to show them what he wanted them to see.
Yeah, he was going to show them what
anything
he
to get
wanted
him
to
indicted,
see.
he wasn't going to show that.
But speaking of which, we also know about him, there was going to be a movie, Off the Grid, that he was going to come out with. It was going to be his director debut. And in that movie, Caution, is ironic. He's running from the cops, right? Him and his girlfriend are running from the police. In the trailer is out. You guys can see this for yourself. I mean, you look at the trailer, it's kind of crazy, right? He's doing a lot of the stuff he's accused of. He's screaming at his girlfriend. Why did you get me into trouble and all this? Running from the cops. It's like, oh, man. Diddy just made a documentary about it. Yeah, you guys can look it up. But it's like the larger thing is like, I just think that it just represents the current Hollywood culture. Diddy was able to glide by because his culture of wild parties, big celebrities, you name it. Caution, Jay-Z, these big names and these big people all willing to get into these wild parties. T.D. Jakes, right? Anybody who's willing to kind of associate themselves with Diddy just based off the promise of power.
The only thing I'm confused about when I hear most of the celebrities saying, yes, they have been to Diddy parties, but they didn't go to one of those type parties. It's like people just trying to distance themselves far away from those illegal activities that Diddy had involved in, and which is understandable. But it's like, okay, how I don't get the whole. I haven't been in those parties. I've been to these type parties when it was a normal party. I don't get the whole thing.
Well, you make a good point, Cairo, because from my understanding, you had people on social media, deleting celebrities. Big celebrities, I believe, Usher and Pink, weren't they deleting social media accounts at one point? It's like it was that serious where it's like, just the association with Diddy became toxic. Well, the reason I bring it up is because you can see that so many people, so many big celebrities are kind of involved in this in some way, having knowledge of it, being involved with it, knowing what was going on for a long, long time. And they were perfectly willing to just kind of look the other way, frankly, until things turned sideways with Diddy. And I think that the damaging thing that it'll do is that now it goes beyond Diddy. It'll affect Hollywood culture in general. Like if you're a celebrity, let's say, Caution, you're somebody that eventually hits it big. Are you going to have a big party? Giant party with a bunch of celebrities? You probably won't be willing to do that. Because the reception's going to be, well, who else had big parties? Diddy.
Yeah. Right? Epstein.
Yeah, Epstein, this and that. And so I think it doesn't just change. This could easily, you guys, be a story about just Diddy, but it's going to change culture. It's going to change celebrity culture.
Think, okay, when you actually do get into Hollywood, no parties and no islands. Stay away from islands and stay away from parties.
I say this right here. What Diddy did is horrible. He's a horrible man. He's sick. Same as Epstein. He's a sick man.
But that's the thing that, we're saying Diddy is sick. But what they're accusing him of? I mean, there's a reason why he had all of those many bottles of oil. It wasn't just for Diddy, right? You don't buy that just for no one man.
He was handing that off for Christmas gift.
Yeah,
no, stop that, man.
and that's what
have that much damn baby oil
and lubricant.
But that's what gives me pause. It's like, it went beyond just him, because it's like, okay, sure, if Diddy was just a creep who did his own thing, that would be terrible, but, we can handle it. But the fact that it went beyond him, Cuba Gooding Jr., an Oscar-winning actor, being accused, just like Diddy, on a yacht of groping women, right? So
right.
Even his son was accused of the same thing on the very same yacht of groping. So it's just it seemed like it's just a culture problem that just went so far beyond just Diddy. It's just the attitude that we can get away with this. We can act a certain way. And that atmosphere seemed to be all around Diddy.
It's an old interview of Diddy saying that he'll probably be arrested for one of his parties, and it's kind of like when you look back at that and like, you probably you knew you was doing something that you weren't supposed to be doing.
It's a sick man.
And the thing is, when I remember that interview, the interview, he's talking about, well, we'll be arrested because the parties are so wild.
They don't like our
curfew
parties
and this and that. But even then, Cairo, you can look at that interview and go, it just shows a guy who believes he's beyond that, even at the time.
But he was very self-centered at the time, too.
Yeah, very self-centered. So it's not surprising that once he got even more powerful, of course, he would go off and do something like this. And like I say, it's a shame because it's going to have a huge impact on Hollywood and the Hollywood culture. In some ways that's a good thing, but in other ways I'm caution that it's gonna make other people who may have not had anything to do with the current situation look poor, right? Imagine if you're just a rock star and you throw a wild party, people are gonna look at you sideways. You're a basketball player who, or a football player, you just won the Super Bowl. You throw a wild party, people are gonna go, well, what's going on with this guy?
If Diddy called me today and say, hey, I want to help you with CautionToons, I'm gonna go for it.
You know what you need to do.
Hey, I got a lot of baby oil, baby.
All right, okay.
I was wondering where you got all that baby oil from.
But like I say, overall, this is our opinion on this subject. It's a very serious subject. What do you guys think? Do you think that this situation with Diddy represents the destruction of modern Hollywood, or everything bad about Hollywood, or do you think it's just strictly on Diddy? Let us know in the comments. Until then, we're out.